Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And on today's video we were talking about how good love starts with selfishness. Obviously I believe that the title might be clickbait. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video exactly, but when I say selfishness, it's a lot more deeper than what I'm actually saying. So this video is actually inspired by a reel that I saw on Instagram by Jalen Noble, I think. I'm not sure. I hope I'm not butchering his name. And how he went to go see his therapist, and they spoke about the interdependency in relationship, and how his therapist basically told him that a good relationship is if two people decided to walk away today, they will be perfectly fine without each other, but obviously they will be devastated that the relationship ended, but they would not feel like neither of them is needing or missing something because one left. And I think there's a lot of importance in this. I think we have this notion about partnership and, like, you know, coming together to be in relationships where we say like, oh, I'm looking for my missing piece. You shouldn't be missing any pieces. I just would like to preference that when you are looking for somebody, you want to kind of look for somebody that you don't want somebody that will fill the hole. You just want somebody that will mold into you. But then the moment that you detach, you just revert back to who you were. I don't have the right words right now, but I hope mold is like enough to like really portray the image that I'm trying to like project at you guys today. And so interdependence, I've always kind of felt that way about relationships. I like to keep a very healthy connection with my partners. I don't really like to do the whole like overly invasive or overly invested into one individual. I speak from experience because the first time I got a taste of what I'm like when I was in love. Right. So it was something that I definitely had to learn along the way, where it was just like, I don't want to lose myself along the way, because myself is what got me in this relationship, in the sense of like, you fell in love with me for being me. I shouldn't have to mold and bend myself until I, you know what I'm saying, become the perfect person for you, because there's no reason. You didn't get with me because I was perfect, if that makes sense. You got with me because I have all these quirks and icks and flaws and things of that nature. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to like change for somebody. I think it's very important to go into love and think, oh my God, I need to love myself as much as I love you. Because if you ever think to yourself like, if at any moment in any time of your relationship or your current relationship or your past relationship where you felt like you loved your person more than yourself, you're not in the right relationship, or you're not doing the right thing. You know, it's important that you understand that the love that you give yourself is the love that also literally externalize from you. And so it's very important to have this very deep, rich, rooted relationship with yourself. I think loving yourself more than the person that you are with will literally always be more beneficial for you. I actually cannot picture it not being beneficial for you. Because in the sense of the moment that the person disrespects you, oversteps your boundaries, something goes wrong, you know how to pick yourself. Because initially you love that person because they were able to match the love that you had for yourself, and it was an outside source giving you the love that you were already providing for yourself. Now that person doesn't become a need, it becomes a want. So I get to appreciate you in every single aspect of the way. I was having this conversation one time with my housemate, and I was telling him that one of the main things that I would like to do is to be completely well-rounded in every single aspect of my life before love comes. Obviously, I cannot time when love decides to arrive, but I would like to be really prepared, you know, to receive love, where I don't feel like this person needs to bring me anything besides emotional sanity. emotional peace, emotional liberty, mental liberty, sorry. And I think you want to be with a person, and I really want to bathe in vulnerability, bathe in intimacy, and be with somebody just for the sake of being with somebody, not because I need them, not because I'm a damsel in distress, not because, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the exterior reasons as to why you would be with somebody completely cuts out, because it's really just for the raw, authentic version of them that you want to get into this relationship. I think I've gotten to this point because of the fact that now I can sit in silence. I could be by myself for a very long period of time. I thoroughly enjoy my company. I tell people this all the time. I rarely get bored. I rarely get bored because I find myself quite entertaining. Like, I'm really entertaining. Like, I can be by myself for a very long time. I could stay to myself and quiet. I could do things alone. I don't feel the need to always be surrounded by somebody, because I've gotten so used to my present, and my presence feel overwhelmingly good. In that sense, if I were to ever interact with somebody that I feel like didn't match my values or morals or things like that, it's so easy to pull back into myself and go, this is not what we offer ourselves, so why are they offering us bullshit? And then it's so quick to like spot it, because you've learned to be so honest and comfortable with yourself. You don't feel any need to have exterior people give you something that you already provide yourself daily. You become your own entity. So then when you do find somebody that has that same fusion as you, and it's like they're okay with themselves, I'm okay with myself, there isn't this like need for so much to be invested, where it's like we're dragging ourselves out in order to be heard. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, we don't feel the need to overcompensate, is the word I'm looking for each other on areas that we miss. We just kind of fill in those spots. Like, everything just falls. And again, like, it's like a mold. It's like I'm just taking your shape, and if you decided to leave, I just take back the shape. It's like water. You become water in a relationship. You just take the shape of the container that you're being put in, and then you're able to flow right back out and just. And I think love like that is a very beautiful thing. So good love actually starts with interdependency. So that's why I said good love starts with selfishness, because it's like, in a sense, you have to be full of yourself. You got to know yourself. You got to be, in love with yourself. It sounds conceited, but it's like you have to look at yourself with so much greatness that you won't require it from an outside source, and boundaries are set themselves. Bam, 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 bam. It's a beautiful thing, I will link the reel that I saw, because I do think that the way his therapist explains it to him is very well worded. But I think there's a big importance in needing to be selfish, love yourself to a level where this person has to meet you there. And not even that, this is also a transactional thing. Like, you love yourself so much, you would know how to treat a human being because of how well you treat yourself. People will only treat you as well as they treat themselves. Pay attention to that, please. Because unless you're dating a narcissist, right? But people will only treat you as well as they treat themselves. If somebody cannot come up to you and treat you like how you need to be treated, and obviously I'm thinking in the sense of like, you guys are dating already, you guys are a thing, you guys are an item, like not dating, you guys are official. If this person is having a hard time treating you where you need to be treated, it's also a reflection of how much they love themselves and the love that they pour into themselves. And that says a lot, because now you need to realize that how this person love you is only to the capability of what they can love you. And now that means you have to overcompensate on your side. Like, I have to love you, and you have to love another individual. It was like when Janae Aiko said, I love me enough for the both of us. But it's draining to love somebody for the both of us. You know what I'm saying? We need to love each other, you know? So that is the message for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to someone that you feel like should hear it. And if that person is you, then send that video to yourself, girl. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye, my loves.